morning, sir. I hope you're having a great day.
Yeah.
I'm Patricia Jenkinson. I'm calling from the U.S. Census Bureau.
What?
The Census Bureau. We're doing the official count of the entire U.S. population as mandated every 10 years by the Constitution.
How'd you get this number?
We have everyone's number, sir. If you have a minute, I'd like to ask you a few questions. Now, am I speaking to Mr. Jubal Mulch?
Mr. Jubal Mulch is my father.
Oh, may I speak to him?
He's out back.
Well, that's all right. I can hold.
Well, this cast was
might take a while.
spectacular. I mean, Jim Meskimen and Susan Ruttan. Well, I mean, so good. Really, really good. I loved everything they did. She's a force. I love how she approached this material, and I loved how she approached this writing. And Jim, too. I've never seen him in a role like this before, and I really enjoyed him. I thought he was fantastic and very funny. Both of them, very funny. Really, really great work. I'm super loving this series, but in particular, I really love this one. This one was really, really great. Just a woman just trying to do her job. And someone who's really giving her a tough time. I really enjoyed this. Again, same as before, love the direction, love the editing. I have to say I did miss at the end there a little bit. I missed them hanging on after the call. I wished I could have seen her reaction or his reaction at the end of the Zoom call, despite it being hung up. But really enjoyed this very much, and congratulations, great work.
I really enjoyed it. It's a very funny short. I especially love the performance of the female lead in this. I think she's got a really dry sense of humor that sort of is peppered throughout, and then her big sort of explosion towards the end where she's trying to manipulate the other character into giving her the information that she wants is really, really funny. It's played very funny and not doesn't come off as villainous in any way. She's actually brought back later in this series as well, which I thought was really fun. But yeah, overall, a really interesting idea, and it breeds a lot of comedy. The idea that you can get census information by FaceTiming someone, I thought was really interesting. But it created a lot of very visually funny situations, and both of these characters played really well off of each other.
I really enjoyed this. It was just really funny to see her put up with him throughout the whole short and just beginning to crack until she, eventually freaks out at him at the end. And he was really funny too. I really loved the handheld kind of aspect of the film, like him holding his phone on the FaceTime. It just really informs his character, so I really enjoyed that.
What's actually very interesting about Common Census is I think I've actually watched this one, but it was definitely a blast watching it a second time. Again, I definitely enjoyed how every time he tried to threaten her, all he did was give her exactly more of what she wanted. This one tickles me very much. I love the dynamic between the two. The guy's chemistry is really good. Like, he's very witty. And yeah, definitely loved watching it again.
It's just a super funny commentary on kind of the more right-wing conspiracy, behavior that has risen as a result of the pandemic. I thought the actors were particularly super great and funny. I loved the bit about Star Wars and him being like, what do you mean a galaxy far, far away? I thought that was super funny. And I just thought seeing the progression, especially with the actress, the census worker, I thought it was so funny to see her kind of become really frustrated with this character, because as I did, I felt the same way. But I think it just is a testament to how in tune the writers are with kind of a lot of what was going on in the culture at the time to make such a funny commentary on something like that. So good
I thought
job.
this was really fun. I actually fully forgot that we had a census that still had to somehow be accomplished during a pandemic. This is just such a fun concept because, at least in America, like, the census is something that, like, to varying degrees, everybody kind of knows what it is. You at least remember learning about what it was in school. You hear people talk about it every 10 years. And so it's not something that happens all the time, like taxes or something like that, that's yearly, that, like, is so common. But so you can have, like, fun with it, and you can play with it, because it's like people know what it is, but it's not such a common thing that, like, it often gets brought up or had, like, comedy things made about it. But it is just, like, conceptually, it's such a fun idea to take the concept of, like, doing Zoom calls and what those would look like, because the census still had to get done. I thought it was really well done. I, having worked in the service industry for many years, seeing the slow progression of her, like, trying to keep it together and trying to stay on focus and trying to, like, bring it back to what she needed to do as part of her job, watching that progression was so fantastic until she finally just, like, loses it. I thought it was amazing. It was so well done.